this did not reflect reality in terms of Sri Lanka being unsafe for travelers, because there was an alert. Every country in the world has hundreds of alerts probably every day, and then the authorities acted on the alerts. If the authorities did not do anything about the alerts, then fair enough that foreign missions can escalate. But given the actions that were taken, which were comprehensive, and a couple of people were arrested, there was no need to amplify the fact that there were risks to the whole world, and that's what advisories do. And particularly for countries like Sri Lanka, which are recovering after a series of economic crises and problems since 2019, when you put out a message to the world, I mean, this is picked up by the international media, that there's a safety issue in Sri Lanka. Initially, the message was in Arugambe. Then it transformed to say that all of Sri Lanka is facing terror threats, which is laughable, because all these people who are potential victims and targets, I see walking around laughing, eating ice creams, drinking tea and coffee in cafes all over the South Coast, East Coast and Colombo. So the advisories were totally inappropriate. They were not required at all, and it made what was a moderate security situation seem drastic, to the point where the industry started receiving multiple cancellations, and which will continue for the next couple of weeks. Now, I understand the advisories will be revised and corrected shortly, but the damage is done. So that's what makes me and many others in the industry angry. Particularly countries like Sri Lanka, where again our tourism marketing communications is very weak. Travelers look at advisories, and the advisories get picked up by foreign media, and as I said, amplified to make Sri Lanka seem unsafe. So honestly, the advisories should be revised. The governments concerned should say that there is no longer any risk, that they are satisfied with the steps taken by the authorities, which is what they say personally, but they need to put that on the record, and the bookings should continue, because the importance of the tourism industry in uplifting rural communities, I would say 5 million people or 25% of our population are dependent on tourism in one way or the other. It is the most important industry for socio-economic upliftment in this country. So anyone who tinkers with it and issues, in my personal view, and I think others share this, irresponsible messages about the safety in Sri Lanka are doing us great damage. It is very, very inconsiderate.